What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today it's a bit different. So before I go ahead and explain what's going on, I want to say sorry for the audio. I know it's going to be shit. Essentially, I'm not using another DSLR which is given to me by someone else because it's dead and I haven't got a charger, and I'm using my normal one without a mic. It's going to be a bit shit. I hope you guys don't mind. But essentially, I'm semi-moving out of uni at the end of next week, so Friday. And one thing I noticed I haven't done is a room tour. It's one of those things, I know a lot of people have been asking for it. Oh, what's your setup like compared to what it's like at home? So what I'm going to do in this video is show you guys around. Again, it's something I wanted to do for a while now, but haven't had a chance to, and this was just a perfect opportunity since I'm literally leaving last week. I've cleaned my room now, so everything's how it should be. It's not a fucking mess like it usually is. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give you a tour around the room. Right, so as you come in, that's basically it. Don't ask why I have that there, because to be honest, I really could not give you an answer. The bed, this is where all the magic happens. That's pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. And I've recently dug up my subscribe pillow. Some of you vigilant people might realise that has not actually been in any videos because it was underneath my bed and I kind of lost it, basically. But it's back now. That's the most important thing. It's back now. And then I've got my MacBook Pro. So if you've seen any of my other set of videos, you'll know this is what I use to edit on the go. Yes, obviously if you're gaming, you want to go Windows, and that's completely understandable. But I don't game on my laptop. That's what this is for. And again, we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't use my MacBook for gaming at all. Mac OS is just really well optimized. I don't get any stuttering, I don't get any lag while I'm editing videos in Premiere, and it just makes my life a whole lot easier, especially on the go. I completely understand it's overpriced for what it is, but it does my job really well. And if I was to go for a Windows PC, I'm sure you've seen people moan about, you know, the stuttering, the lagging, the thermal throttling that happens with Windows laptops. So that's literally the main reason why I went for the little MacBook over there, and it's done me well. It's a 2016, the one without the USB Type-C ports, basically. I'm not sure if that's going to focus, but you can see it's got all the relevant ports I need on both sides, and obviously me being me, I put loads of stickers on. Shout out to Crown. And as we gradually come over here, this is the main setup. So before we go on to that, I'm just going to talk about what's behind it. So this is the light I use to record. This is the reason why I look so orange. Go ahead and just turn that on. Oof, that's what I use to record. That's what gives me my light. Obviously, it's never usually angled there. It's usually angled like this onto my face, and that's kind of what I use. Otherwise, the room is just really dark and it doesn't really work particularly well. On this second floor, I've got the iPad I used for taking uni notes, a VR headset which is used for stuff, boxes, sticky notes, and up here I have my extensive vodka collection, because how are you gonna spend that much money on vodka and not keep the bottles? You're fucking dumb if you don't. Over here there's just some irrelevant clothes and stuff, bags and just things, just things. I take it you guys aren't particularly interested in what I use to shave my face, so I'm just gonna leave that out for now. And then we get to the main setup, and this is actually the tidiest it's been in literally months. So let's sit down. So this is where I usually sit, and this is pretty much what it looks like. Obviously I'd be a bit closer, but just for video's sake, I'll be here. I've got my computer there. I can quickly run down the specs if you guys care. It's got an AMD FX 8350, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and an R9 290, which was sent to me by a subscriber, funnily enough. It does the job really well. It does what I need it to do. It's kind of a mix of a gaming PC and an editing rig, hence why I've had 16 gigs of RAM for literally so long. I'm probably going to need to upgrade to 32 rather soon, because the more RAM for video editing, just the better. And I'm also thinking about getting a graphics card for editing. I don't game too much on PC. It's something I want to get more into, now having a better graphics card and whatnot, and I can pretty much run games on high for the most part, so it's definitely something I want to get into, but it's just not something I've actually done so far. It's good, it gets the job done. If you can press this button here, lights turn on. How amazing is that, lights? But yeah, it gets the job done. You can not really see it here because of how dark it is and stuff, but it gets the job done. It does what I needed to do, and that's pretty much all it is, really. Got my Thrustmaster wheel. I've decided to put it in this little gap because it just sits there perfectly, and the wires are moved and stuff. And obviously I've got my pedals over here, which I painted red because I'm a fucking idiot. I've got my ultra wide monitor there, and I've got a normal monitor there. My ultra wide isn't actually working properly at the moment because, well, I don't have the correct cables, which I'll be getting soon, and then that's just a normal 1080p monitor, really nothing special. Over here, this is my Rode NT USB microphone. I believe Slaptrain had one, but he didn't know how to use it properly, so he sold it. But it's really good for me. I got it on a really cheap deal. I think normally they're £150, but I got one for 80 quid, so I got quite a good deal on that. And it's been fine for me. I really like my Rode mic. It's a bit of a different sound to what everyone else has. I know a lot of people have 80-20-20s. I know Jay does, I know Nine does, I know CJ does, I know Theo does. So having a bit of a different sound, it just helps a bit, really. And then this is my mate do tripod. My other one broke. I literally just threw it out. This is what I use as a tripod. It's really not that luxurious. If we come round over at the back, we've got the majority of my consoles. It's really, really dark and hard to see, but that's my 360, that's my PS4, and that's my PS3, and that's pretty much all that's behind here, just that and loads of wires. And then below here on this box, that's my Xbox One, which I use the most, funnily enough. Overall, I definitely want to get another ultra-wide monitor, or maybe just a 4K type of monitor, but I have not got the money for that. And I'd also like to upgrade my PC a bit more, because I kind of want to go i7, because that really helps with video editing. But for now, it does the job really well, and I'm pretty happy with it. And this is pretty much where I live. I could show you the kitchen and stuff, but there's really nothing particularly interesting there, besides stoves. This is it. This is the humble abode. This is where I have been living for the past few months, and like I said, it's been doing me rather well. I didn't make this video particularly because of anyone wanting it. I knew a few people were interested in it, which obviously helps, but it's one of those things, like when I move out of halls, it's something I kind of want to remember. You know, I want to remember what all this looks like, and that's kind of the main reason why I've made this video. Essentially, what's happening after this is I'm moving out probably around May time, but I'm not going to be here for a lot of it because I finish my actual uni course next Friday. So I'm going to be here every now and then, but all this stuff is going to be put back in my home in Wolverhampton, which you've probably seen before. I then move into another house when uni starts again in September, and another house at some point in the middle. It's a long story. I'm moving all the time, everything is changing, and I just kind of wanted to just know what this looks like, because this is like where I've been living for the past few months by myself too, so it's one of those things that I thought I should probably make a video on just to kind of commemorate. And that's it. That's it for, like, I've said that about 4 times now, haven't I? So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.